question. When was the last time any of you went for a wedding?
I can't remember.
I know you don't remember because wedding is very far from the reality.
Can't remember.
Everybody can't remember.
I avoid.
No, I can remember, Sha. When I was 12.
You shouldn't have said that.
What's the
There's no
difference?
need.
I just said
Did
it.
you
I
just
can't
say don't
remember. It's different
remember?
from I can't remember now. When last did you go for a wedding?
I was like 15, 16, something like that.
What's the
Yeah,
difference?
At least I was a teenager, sure.
Okay.
The way it's looking is like, is a generation actually ready for this marriage thing? The way everything is set now.
Are you
like,
ready?
Well, we'll get into it. You're welcome, guys, to the show. Another episode of The Ranch Room. And today we're talking about a very interesting day. But before then, I would like to introduce my goons. Ois and a very delectable Fumi with a beautiful smile.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Like I said, me, I've never received compliment.
And yeah, Tani. And I'm Debbie.
Hello.
What's the whatever? Today we're talking about
No, it's not giving energy today. The topic has really put him down. Like, you see, something is very
something
anti-against.
Today we're talking about how prepared our generation is for the trials, travails, tribulations. What else?
Any big grammar, yeah, I'll just use it.
Anything for marriage, commitment, relationships, partnerships. In fact, everything. So who is going first? Who wants to talk about how prepared are you? First off,
Tani, smell prepared.
because you are right next to me.
You don't mean okay, so
In me.
no wala, sorry, but then I'm not, but in my foresight or whatever, marriage, whatever, relationships, I'm not seeing it close to me right now.
Why do you think that is?
Why? Because I have other things to do first now.
Including holding hands. PDA.
Is it not when you get a relationship you can start holding hands?
No.
Yes, now.
No.
Okay, so I can have a friend with benefits and holding hands with the person. So
It depends, no?
Does holding hands means friends
With
with
who?
benefit? It's just holding hands. Like,
just with
Like,
don't be scared. She's not going to bite
She's
you.
not going to bite you.
you're toxic.
See, there's a reason why he didn't want to hold your hand now because all these other concubines are watching. That's why.
That could be it. That could be it.
Okay, so wait, before you all go into this topic, which one of are you single?
Yeah.
Are you single?
Pretty much single.
Are you single?
I cannot confirm or deny.
No, something they do.
It's a yes or no.
I cannot confirm or deny.
Why?
Guilty.
So yeah,
So you
in
tell
a
that
relation,
to
exactly.
The immigration officers. You
God
can't
bless,
confirm
God
it.
bless you.
Yeah, your name.
Nice one. No,
I'm
wala.
not traveling anytime soon, so
Yeah. Sorry
I'm
to the
not
person
talking
that is
to
actually.
immigration. So, nice. 1-0. Well done. Oh, you think you're funny? Well done. 1-0.
Oh gosh. So the societal what will I say? How does the society sort of mold our views and opinions about relationships and marriage in view?
See, this is the thing, yeah. It's like, obviously, I'm sure a lot of us, if not all of us, come from two-parent households, yeah. Like, so a lot of us will probably see this dynamic with our parents. Again, thankfully, I come from a two-parent relationship where they seem to love each other, everything is good, yada, yada, yada. So seeing that, I was like, you know what, maybe I actually want that one day. But I know the challenges my parents faced when they got married, having kids at their age, yada, yada. Me, I'm just like, man, I'm 24, I have dreads, so I'm obviously not serious. And with everything else that's going on in my life, like, concept of marriage is so far, especially seeing the challenges that people, obviously our elders, went through. So that's why right now it's just something that's like, you know what, later. What about you?
But should you base that off the experiences you've seen, or you should try and do something better for yourself?
I see where you're coming. No, you
Sunny.
laugh. So what do you have to say on this stuff? You laugh now.
So marriage for me is, I think it's far. I won't lie.
Wait, okay, so wait. Sorry to cut you, but then how far? Because it can be far.
It's not how far, but how well. Please let her take her time.
Okay.
Yes, I've not even like put a time frame to it. I don't know. It's just something
could be
that will
1
happen.
year.
Well,
1 year is soon close now.
1 year is close, so
But then if I say it,
Well, you say there is no
I get
time
fired.
frame.
no, it's different. Holding
No, you
hands is
said
an
holding
issue
hands.
for you.
As in
Talk less of
holding
marriage.
See, wo.
See, stop.
Just elongate the time for
Please.
maybe 2 minutes.
Please.
That's not a
You're
problem for
actually,
you.
like, you're actually
Yeah.
falling his hand. You can't keep holding his hand. Like, there's somebody that's watching.
Oh.
That's be upset.
Wow,
Like,
sorry,
Be
ma.
fine, don't worry. Continue.
Yeah, so for me, marriage is quite far. I don't really know why. I don't know. I'm not bothered. It's just not
Is that
in my
because
scheme of
maybe it's
things.
just because you haven't met the right person yet that can just be like, you know what?
Is that really
Ah,
right
this
person?
is him.
Aha! Yes.
There's supposed to be a right person at the right time, right? Yeah.
True.
So
True.
just even if the right person comes, we just have fun. I mean, see, whenever
What's fun?
Hey.
define it,
Ah?
whatever fun is.
You're
to
the
you.
one that.
I don't know.
know.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just have fun.
Well, I think the societal changes, how it has sort of shaped my view about marriage. Well, I tend to not let my view be fine-tuned by all these things. Yes. Because I have people that I'm sort of looking up to, people that are looking up to me. So I don't want
That's
I
so
don't
much
want
pressure.
It's not pressure like that. It's not really pressure. I just want to do my thing at my own pace. But then, when it comes to marriage, maybe Nimoso, maybe in 2-3 years.
2-3 years.
2-3 years. What am I looking for in this life?
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
So what are the steps? If you are saying 2-3 years, what are the steps? It's
No,
supposed
I want to check. How old are you first? If you don't mind disclosing your
I'm
age.
23.
That's
You want to
like
get married at
25,
26.
26.
26.
Fair
enough, yeah.
It's fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair
so
enough now.
Let me help you calculate it, yeah?
Ah,
Sorry.
calculator.
No, I will.
Shebi you gave him manager, you
I
said
will do it
calculator.
very well for you. So you see, let's say hopefully you see a guy by year end. You wait now. It's not possible. Abi, good.
You never know. These are good. You never know.
So you guys,
Adi could be watching, sha.
you date for how long?
Ah, I don't
You date
know.
for like, is it possible to date for like 6 months before you get engaged and stuff? Yeah?
You should be more than safe.
It's more than 6 months. So a
Yeah.
year before you get engaged. So that's like, wait now.
What?
That's into 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Then you now get engaged from there, yeah.
Mhm.
Then to plan your marriage comes after like how long? Then?
How long?
Whoa, I didn't know. I'm just saying my own. You should not come
It's
and
not
put the gun to my head.
You guys
Say
don't know
that
what
too.
marriage is. That's why.
Say that
Like
too.
marriage.
No, actually, it's a very.
Marriage is sweet for mouth.
It's
but
sweet
the
for me because
the practicality
it's wedding
of
we are
it-
talking about now. But when it comes to marriage, is a lifetime thing. That's why I'm not really rushing. But then once
You
you
have to
keep
think.
once
You
you
have
keep
to
that
buy-
as a focus,
You have to
and
start
once you
buying-
put
in
it
this
at
economy,
your front,
you have to think about
it's
buying
not about
fuel for
economy.
2 people.
Of course, yeah,
In
of
this
course.
economy, fuel for
But
2
then
people.
once you give yourself that focus that okay, this thing I can't say how soon it's going to come, but then I should be prepared for it mentally.
Which brings me back
Because
to my question. How are you preparing for it?
I like you already. She should
Oh,
be on the show
God.
more.
So yeah, mentally in the sense that under pressure, I need to be enduring very well. That's what I said before. I was like, what?
The unimaginable state of sapa you find yourself in if you get
Oh my
married
God.
now.
Sapa them MC.
This-
But then that's why I'm not rushing into it. Like I said, even if I said 2 to 3 years, that's just the.
Just put it on God.
Guys,
Wait on God, I beg.
Wait on God. Which one be they give yourself time frame? No wala.
If-
Time frame will cut
The
off
reason
you.
I give myself that time frame, basically, is just so that I will know that yes, in whatever I'm doing in this life, you have to be
It's
serious.
okay to give your own is sounding maybe out of fear. Fear of the unknown. So it's okay to give yourself a time frame. Yeah. Like it can be like any random goal. I mean, if you want to get a car, you give yourself a time frame.
You
So
can-
that, yeah.
Okay.
So
That's just it.
Wait, that one you can't. Okay, no wala, sorry. What's
Fear.
the next one?
Which brings
Go and
us
deal
to the
with your
next.
battles.
A car.
Let me
What
just say
sporty
that-
bet can get you a car?
Thank you.
Not marriage. Your marriage
that's why
is.
people are like
Hello.
No wala. You're playing mind games with yourself after.
Which brings me to the next question.
Okay.
What are your fears and the challenges
Don't
that
look
make
at
you?
me. Start
No,
I'm
that's
starting with
how
you.
No.
I'm starting with you
I
again.
beg.
This
No,
attack is too
we're
much.
starting with
You are
you.
starting with you,
No,
Tani.
So just see that the
Because
therapy
right
session.
from the beginning,
What
you
are your
shot yourself
fears?
in the leg.
Let
So
us
start.
know.
Okay, no wala. Say the question again.
What are your
So you don't
fears?
get it.
I did not get it.
You
I will
understand this
happily
brain.
read it for you again.
Say it in detail. Say it in
In
Yoruba
de-
if you have to.
No,
is
that
it.
one we're going to have problem. What are the fears? What are your challenges? Or what is that thing that makes you feel like
That scares you.
from this long-term relation, long-term?
Why did you have to put long term?
It's a long
I get you.
yeah.
Okay, so
Your marriage
but then yeah,
forever.
Forever.
long term in my own sense is me not like feeling attracted to the person again, or the person not feeling attracted to me anymore. After like the whole thing has been going on for a while. And now,
Valid.
yes.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
valid.
now you, for example, you that you said you give yourself 3 years, you've dated this guy for a year. He has given you engagement ring, and the next thing is like, I'm on Debbie, sorry, I can't do this again.
Okay.
No, give me a comeback from down. Let me hear it.
You
Well,
move.
Move on, no,
Move
no.
on.
Even
And then
even now, self, like I was watching like an episode of my favorite show, The Black Table, yeah, and then apparently there was this one guy.
This is what they used to advertise.
And there was this one guy. Apparently, like this couple got married, and the lady found out. Like, bear in mind, both of them were being abstinent, and they were about to get it on. Apparently, the guy literally had no penis. Imagine a situation like that. You have to be with that person forever.
You don't have to. You don't.
No.
have to.
That is what we are told.
That which is why there needs to be communication.
Yeah, that one is already based on deceit. That's normal.
course.
That's a fallacy.
Is it really deceit? Because the
Is
question
there,
never
there's
come
no
up.
marriage. What are
No,
we?
think
Where's
about
the
it.
bond?
When
What
does
is-
it come up in? Is like, oh, by the way, do
Is
you
it they're not
have-
supposed to be consummation? We didn't consummate, so there's no bond.
So okay, wait. So you're off of the fact that
You know, like on the night, even on the night, what seals, even in the British, what
Yeah,
seals
so-
is the consummation. So that means that
even on the night
But
of the
what
marriage, yeah, but is
if
it not
he
you
did
too
not
late?
decided
con-
to wait
Still at
till
that point
marriage?
why is it too late? How Kim Kardashian divorced? I mean, what do you mean?
Yeah, so I'm of the opinion that at least you should
You should wait a while.
no, not like
You
this,
should-
but
You should
Tested
test
and
before you
trusted.
buy.
test the product
Test before you
actually
buy.
do it.
Collect
Uh,
sample.
No, okay. So
So wait,
she had
no, but
known-
we're talking
You
about
actually-
this topic here. So she waited. It's not her fault that she waited. So she has entered the gege.
Mhm.
Is she supposed to?
Yes,
she
no,
can
she-
step
she-
out
she-
like
Of course.
ASAP.
because
But my
it's
own point
definitely
is-
powerful.
But that's even an
These things,
extreme
once we
example
make
I
it
give. There's so
skinny,
many things
We
you
always
don't
talk
know.
about it. We'll know.
There's so many things you don't know when you marry someone, like how they are when you live with them, their hygienic practices, whether they
Exactly what I'm
that's what
talking
you're
about.
supposed to know in marriage now. Is that
Eh,
not what
but
you're
that's what I'm saying. That's why for somebody that wants to get married in a year or something, it's like there's so much you don't know about a person, even in a year.
You can't know everything about some people. Keep changing. You're not the same with last year. So even if I stay with you 2 years ago, you would have changed because I mean that's like why guys, it's not that deep.
Okay.
Okay, oh.
Yeah.
But 1 year and let's say 3-4
Mhm.
years of like constant.
So wait, you think you should date somebody for 3-4 years before you marry? At this age?
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
What?
3-4
I'm
years.
24. For example, like bro, me self, I've pictured, let's say
The lady said that
29.
gotten tired of that
Exactly.
thing.
Like,
As in-
No,
what
the
are we
lady
doing?
that
You're not in
actually gotten
secondary
tired.
school. Oh.
No,
No,
fact.
it depends.
She
No,
said that's
it
secondary school.
genuinely
It
depends,
doesn't.
bro. It depends.
It depends.
Because
Because
some
it,
people might-
eh,
No,
it depends,
bro.
bro. Because it depends. You can later say you're not doing again. How will I start my
3-4
life?
Okay, maybe 4 years is extreme.
So are we supposed to call you
But I
guys
feel like-
newlyweds when you get married?
Hey, as in, they just officially
That's
tied
a
the
long
knot.
time
They've been
away.
married.
Yeah. I think
But do you know how
1 year
long
is
some
fine.
people date for?
You get married within a year?
Date for a year, then you
Date for
propose,
a
engagement.
year.
A year and a half. Like, what are you?
Okay, true.
Yeah, I'm back.
As in,
So wait, that's what even my next question. So let me just try and get like a definitive estimate. Like if you were to date someone right now and it looked like they were the person, how long would you want to wait within dating
Like,
before you know what, this is the one? How long do you think you should date the person for?
Then I go first.
I don't know. You push not come and disturb. I don't know.
So wait, I think it depends on why you're dating. Now, I'm not ready for marriage. If I'm dating, marriage is not in the option. If it comes, so be it. But if you're dating with it, like Sheena that wants to set timetable, that means anybody you're dating now should
Before
be in
I would
line, so that you not be shocked when the man does not have on the wedding night.
Hey, okay, true.
So the answer to
So
your
yeah, it
question,
depends on
the answer to
why
your
you're
question
dating.
on my end is, once you have a destination in sight, there's no need to be playing up and down.
Mhm.
It doesn't
Omo,
mean that.
just because you have a destination does not mean the road isn't bumpy.
Exactly.
Of
Or
course,
there
it
is
is
no pothole
bumpy,
on
but
the
that
road.
is why I was saying
Omo.
earlier that communication is key. And I don't know why we can't normalize the area of talking about everything
wait.
and anything.
Exactly. Are there some things that shouldn't be said?
Everything. Why can't you? Is
Everything
your
about your
partner?
past.
Yes, now.
Hey!
Please.
Why them like you guys have secrets?
Where
that
are
keep it?
sorry, so there are these people that they say forget my past, but then your past has God.
The treacherous past.
Oh my
though.
goodness.
Well,
So
Bro,
what kind of past would
as
you
a
hear?
man, do you know what it
Yeah.
is? But let's say you're in your wedding, you're vibing, and then let's say a friend of your wife comes to you and just like, you know what, you're actually marrying a really wonderful lady, bro. And then he just walks away. Do you know what he has just told
Isn't
you?
that supposed to make you proud?
No.
Yeah.
Your guy telling, oh my
No.
God.
Do you know
A
the
guy I
meaning?
don't know, just like you're marrying a wonderful woman.
What
bro.
if it's a girl that is telling your wife you're
I'll
married?
even be more scared. Like, what are you into? Like, what is it that you have
That's
not
why you should get for
told me?
people you date. Don't date a mad person.
And that is why I'm telling you 1 year is not enough to find someone's madness.
Like
Somebody
you said,
can still
people
be
change.
mad.
So the person
Yeah.
can be mad before and then
Decide to
but then
Regain
No, but that
sanity.
potential
Trigger
for
one.
madness is still
That's
there.
why I said I just trigger one thing and it comes back up again. I'd be
And
like,
that is why I
"Ah, the
don't
person has
want
not
a year,
So wait,
2 years. I know
if
the
you date
depths of your
somebody
madness.
If you date somebody for 3 to 4 years and the madness now comes out on the 4th, that's a waste of time. Like 3 years of my life. How dare you? Come on.
how did you no now?
So what are your
Stop
values?
it. If it's 1 year, I know that.
You grab.
If it's 1 year, I know that it's just last year. So I mean, I'm still good. I'm still
What
fresh.
even
Not,
if it's 3-4
not
years?
3,
at
4
least-
years.
Fresh off the market.
All your friends already know you're with that guy. And after that, saying, "Oh, we broke up a while ago. Oh, what happened?"
It was mutual.
They don't even need to know that you're
So what
getting
are your
into-
expectations?
Babes can lie,
What
die
are-
oh, in that too. When it
Or
comes
is what are your expectations
for waiting.
about marriage and how has it sort of defined your view,
What are my
your expectations? What
Because
do you want?
okay, obviously jokes aside, I actually do want to get married one day. I genuinely do. Do I see
One.
it in
The
the
farthest
immediate future? No, I don't. But to me now, it's just like, you know, let me just go to you.
No,
That's my train of thought.
You must pressure him to complete that. You
Yes,
must
of
complete
course.
that statement. Say it.
You must finish it.
Finish it.
Because when it was
You
on
guys
him,
are
you didn't let him rest.
You
So
guys
say
are
it.
bullying. We don't support bullying on TVC. In fact, maybe we should just take this time to take a break. We'll be right back with the ranch room on
You even stole two, my
TVC.
goodness, no other.
All right, thank you for watching The Ranch Room. Remember, you can join the conversation with the hashtag The Ranch Room on TVC. That's simple. So yeah, we're talking about this our generation, our preparedness for marriage and the concept of partnership. You know, we're just trying to find new names every day to escape commitment, but it's a slide.
And we will continue.
It's a slide. We let it pass. So before I think we should, when somebody says partnership, what does it mean to you?
Hey God, someone should please save me. Somebody save me. Okay, so I think there should be different definitions to partnership.
Shawo.
No, there is now. There is coming from one intro, but then no other. But there is. So you can.
All of us the shall.
So
I'm
you
not-
can partnership. I don't. If it's relating to marriage, yeah, I think that one is like maybe when you have the do or die, ride or die kind of thing.
Soulmate kind of.
Yeah, that soulmate kind of thing. Then you also have the partnerships in there.
Oof, do you believe in soulmates?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know what soulmates is or what they are. Marriage is transactional, but let's leave that one for another day. So,
I feel like all relationships are transactional.
not the one with your parents, though.
Even that is kind of transactional.
With your parents.
Kind of.
I don't know.
Back to partnership. You're not going to escape.
Okay, so like she said, you have
Yeah.
the soulmate kind of thing. Then you have like the ones where you're just there together to, should I say, rub minds or bodies?
Rub minds. Your own is
Mind
only
and
to
soul
rub
and
stuff.
Yeah.
spirit.
Exactly. So, well, that's why I feel like partnership should be or are, because you can't just put target to one meaning. Some people see as different kind of
So
things.
wait, okay, you now that you have set your timetable.
You know, he didn't say anything. He was just doing this. He didn't say anything
Who?
of
Don't worry,
note
we'll
just
still
now.
catch him.
He didn't say a word just now.
So Debbie, if somebody now comes now with the idea of let's have a partnership, would you give the person the side eye like
Bombastic side eye.
Intergalactic
Criminal-
side
But
eye.
partnership
Side
is supposed
eye.
to be an agreement, right?
And I'm not
Marriage
agreeing to it.
is an agreement. So won't you like listen to the terms of the partnership at first?
I'm not listening. I
So
don't want.
yeah, marriage is
Partnership
open
have
marriage.
terms too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have terms too.
They have
No,
terms.
it's
So
terms
won't you
and
like listen?
conditions.
What is it that?
Bring it to layman English. Baby mama, baby papa. It's okay. That's what it simply means to me.
So your own
That's
is
just it now. I'm not doing.
hanging on a thin thread like that, like. So.
Ha.
How?
Wow. And I want to
sorry,
look back.
repeat.
I'm
Yeah.
gone. Come on.
Oh yeah, sorry. Repeat the question. Let me decode it.
So what's
well.
partnership to you in a relationship?
It's partnership. Obviously, it's just like I don't know why you turn to look
No,
at
I
me.
need to hear.
he
I
has
need
to
to hear.
But
explanation
obviously,
very well.
a partnership is like a team. At the end of the day, that's what a team is. A team. I want to call it a business, but it's two people collaborating. It's like, hey, like this is what we are. This is the terms of our relationships, and hopefully, it's like we have an end point of where we're trying to
So
get.
should there be
to.
like formal agreement, like I sign, you sign, etc.
Contract.
Contract.
More people are signing prenups now.
So you think for relationship or for marriage?
Not
Like,
for
if you're signing a
relationships, so
partnership, would you
possible.
Sign a normal partnership based on relationship.
Okay, so if you're doing the baby mama
Mhm.
thing, yes, then because it might just
So where your partnership
Spiral.
is to keep making babies. I don't
no.
know.
So like for example now, if you don't want to get married,
Of
Okay,
course,
you
but
just
you want to
keep
give
giving
birth.
birth.
not keep giving birth now. So let me finish first. Okay. So you want to you don't want to get married, but then you wish to have a child, one or two. If you have that with the same person, situations might arise later when one of the other persons comes and says oh, I'm not having this anymore, I need more of this and that one.
That's corny.
no.
No
You're
one
saying it's
about our generation
corny,
are very
but
scared. I'm trying to act. Oh
It's
my,
like,
that's
you're saying it's corny, but it happens, bro. Getting like
So is it
pregnant
that you guys
for
are so scared of divorce?
Which one?
Which is why I
It's
want
not
to
even-
ask.
Yeah, like is
Wait.
it like you're so scared of divorce? Why not try? And if it doesn't work,
No,
move.
I rather not,
Must you not get married?
I would rather not even go.
The heartbreak is still heartbreak. They don't ask you where is your ring when you're crying
What's
on your
your
bed.
longest
That's why I rather-
relationship? How long? Like your last relationship, or what's the longest relationship
Hey,
you've been in?
Are you telling me?
From you,
Yes,
because she
for me,
has been the one
I
just.
can't remember actually. I didn't time it.
Ah,
And I don't think we ever celebrated first anniversary. So
Ha.
Yeah, who was that?
I'm not worse. Listen, I'm very careful. I
is-
know what I want.
You said
No. Okay, so but then at least I think you the
relationship
petty things matter. Yes.
petty things like
The
holding
one I'm
hands that you
just-
cannot do.
ah.
No, I'm talking about your own.
Hey!
relationship. I don't remember your own.
No, I said we never marked 1 year anniversary, meaning
Ah.
we didn't stay up to a year.
Hey,
Do you understand? Like I
hey,
can't
hey,
remember.
Hey, sorry, don't
So
cry.
insignificant. The relationship.
No, it's not insignificant. It helped me though.
Oh.
And I feel like
You did?
yeah, relationship can help you in your business sense. Like as I'm supposed to be with somebody that if it's
So
not
you're
even
getting
if,
from-
even if you
so-
leave me with heartbreak, help me in my business. You
Then it
know,
was a partnership.
I don't mind.
But
If that's
I
how
don't
we
want,
see it.
I don't want this boy and this boy to sideline that question. What's your longest? How long have you been in a relationship? Like, can a longest relationship with?
I think I'll say almost 2 years.
Why did you talk?
It's heartbroken.
Why did your voice? No, wait.
Almost,
Why did your
almost.
voice?
mic-
I see
the
where
mic
I'm
did
talking
pick you.
from.
No, it's not-
Heartbreak.
no,
The mic
it's
did
You have
not
been
that.
scarred.
Scarred? No,
Yeah,
not that.
you need therapy.
This is therapy enough for me, sir,
Oh,
but
God,
a very
no.
kind of
I can't remember.
What?
That's
You
don't
say
use
what?
my line.
You say
Like,
what?
I can't, that year, I can't
What
remember.
happened to
One
your?
year.
What about your memory?
Wait, is it the one you bought the 1.5?
1.5 word guy, shut up. Are you trying to get me killed?
Oh,
Guy,
jeez.
shut the fuck up, I beg. But if I start exposing your own power, that's what I'm doing. We're done. But I feel like we have answered that question. Let's move on.
No, I'm
Not
not
yet.
so satisfied.
So is that you answer that one or you answer how many relationships have you been in?
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
Wow.
so-
My
Oh,
longest relationship was
I like this
2
game.
years.
Chai.
My longest relationship was 2 years, 2 months, about like
Oh,
I
so
think
wow,
the
you
guys
just-
are
14
talking
days.
from
So
I
they
about 14 days and maybe like 6 hours, something along
Oh.
those lines.
That's too precise.
even if you're
I'm-
lying,
Yeah,
even if you're lying.
So I think this entire reaction has answered my question, but I won't drop the gun. But do you guys think our generation is more tuned towards partnerships than marriage?
I feel like our generation is just tuned towards pleasuring themselves. Like,
Yeah, I
let's be
feel like we
honest.
don't want the hard work.
Yeah.
That's true.
So we
Like,
try
I feel
to
like,
look for new ways to,
like, let's be honest with ourselves that we're just in this time where, God, I feel like everything is just so, let's just say everything is
feel the need.
accessible in a sense. Not like, let's say, our elders' generation, where they literally had to be sending messages and toasting each other through bottled mail and whatever stuff like that. Maybe throwing messages inside
But the-
rooms
No,
and
and
stuff
that
like
was
that.
go
But
come for
us-
no worry.
But us, like, realistically, you could chat to like 96 people at the same time.
Ah.
Not encouraging
Did you hear
it.
that?
I'm
You're
not
supposed to use all
encouraging
those
it. Hey,
resources
Joe,
to chat with
no,
one
no, no,
person.
Did you hear that?
Let me. I'm landing the plane. Don't put somebody inside trouble. My point is, other people, not Ohizein men, other people might
Pẹ̀lẹ́
find
o, Ohizein
actual
men.
like might find genuine relationships harder because there's a difference between working inside the yabola and working inside an actual buffet. It's different. When you walk inside somewhere there's just jollof and fried rice as opposed to a whole buffet with different cuisines, it's different. Especially in a time.
Yeah, so it's not really like a free for all. No?
Especially in this day and age, absolutely. That's what it is. Because now it's like everything is not just centralized anymore, bro. You could talk to someone in Spain right now.
That's
just
But
like
if you talk to them, what will not happen in Spain?
the person you never know. You
Yeah,
know, the person from the
doesn't
person
change
you never
anything
know.
with somebody that is in Nigeria, Spain, Nigeria.
And you go and meet
Wait,
them.
the
you
The
meet
idea,
them.
not mine.
Please, we need to check your Spain. Come on.
Well,
Please.
I
I
said you're
think
not traveling
from
soon,
previous
please.
episodes, Oyi's already mentioned something about one country. I cannot remember, Sha.
Well, I have no idea what she's saying,
Because you know that he's going to come back, have you?
come back. He wants to come back. You should try it first.
Wow.
Jesus.
So are we agreeing now that we're more tuned towards partnership
Yeah.
than?
Sure.
Let's start from you.
Yes.
You that wants to get married.
No. I'm answering for every other person.
No, I'm
God
not
bless you. That's what I'm
No,
doing.
answer
Me,
for
I'm playing
yourself. No,
devil's
no.
advocate.
For myself.
Don't say- Answer for yourself.
Okay, for myself,
Yeah.
I'm more tuned to a marriage, like to marriage, lifelong commitment.
Like the traditional type of marriage.
Yes.
What the partnership is like modern marriage.
I ain't doing that, like I said earlier.
I don't think our parents did it the way their grandparents did it. You know, they're supposed to be.
Everything's
I
modern.
mean,
Spice.
I mean, like they follow tradition down, like so. It's more or less spice, yeah. Spice.
Spice it, but Sha, you still got to be married. Not
So what's like your non-negotiable? Can you marry somebody that has like a baby mama?
Never
Can you be in an open marriage?
No, I cannot be in an open marriage.
Open marriage?
No.
Why?
Open marriage.
Yeah.
That's impossible. Why am I getting married? Why am I getting?
So
open
now you guys
marriage?
Can you
have
be
values for marriage.
Oh, go. Okay.
Exactly. I see what you're doing.
I'm confused. Open marriage, yes or no?
I have no idea.
If it's
Okay,
an
so
exam,
wait,
yes or no?
So chill. Now the thing is, if I say I want to go for an open marriage, then I probably shouldn't marry the person in the first place.
Fuck.
Yes.
So what will
Because-
make you marry a person?
I don't know. I have to see that thing first time.
That was
there's
why I
something-
said
if you're already
that's why I
saying-
said there were expectations.
Exactly.
So I have
So you
to
guys
see-
are really scared. Come
scared
on.
of okay, so it's not about being scared or anything. You have to know what it is.
People don't want to go through the pain.
Which pain?
Which
The
pain?
pain that comes with perhaps if you might get married and it doesn't work out.
Heartbreak
I
is
literally
hard,
just said
though.
that now, you can't be dating someone for almost married to someone for like 2 years and the person just comes and says, oh, sorry, it's not possible. I don't think I can do this again.
But don't you think it's more torture when we date with the intention of marriage and we break up than when we date with freestyle and it doesn't work out and it's like, well, I mean, we tried.
Date with freestyle.
No, like, come on.
Let's see how it
We
goes.
tried, yeah, at least we tried.
Just
It's
to
when you
make
put so much, I feel like when you put so much energy on something, when you're putting so much, this has to work, you ruin it. Like, you don't even enjoy. You will not leave the relationship and you can't even think of one good
so that
thing.
means
I
you're
feel like
saying
right
you
now
should just wing
I've
it.
actually very much like measured everybody. Right now, everybody here is just kind of wanting to date for vibes. If you do it. So right
She-
now,
Depends on the time.
She said,
let's say right. I said now.
person.
So
So it depends on the contract now. When you bring the partnership forward, you sit down, have a table conversation. You know, like with Smith and Jada,
I'm not
and
hearing
we talk.
anything.
hey,
I'm not hearing anything, bro.
you're not though.
You get what it is I'm hearing now, bro?
Wait.
You said when you signed the contract, like who and who?
So when you guys are
Will
talking
Smith
about
and
prenup,
Jada.
it's not a contract. It's the moment when it's not in your favor.
No, okay, so
Hey,
leave
Auntie Villa.
Wait.
Hey, God.
leave marriage out of this thing.
Okay.
You said relationship. It's like you're signing the contract.
No, I'm saying that if it's relationship, you're telling me, oh, there's a future. Will you bring contract doesn't have to be like written, it can be informed. Like there are different ways to. Let it just be stated. Just like if somebody gets married and the man is like,
You
I might
cannot
marry
leave me
another wife.
or you will die.
Eh?
Something like you cannot
Oh,
leave
wow.
me or you will die. More people are like that too. Like they might not say it clearly, but especially if you marry
So
Yoruba
if you're
people.
saying like,
What do you
Silence.
mean by that?
Silence. Oh, okay. Don't let me say it.
Didn't you hear what he
He
said?
said
No,
Yoruba
he didn't
people
know
are
the
big.
camera
No,
didn't
he's
pick
going
it
to
up.
get it.
Fantastic. We will be right back. We will be right back once again on the ranch room.
Welcome back, guys. It's still the Rant Room, and you can follow the conversation #the Rant Room on TBC. we've been having this conversation about commitment, and this madam has been pressuring
Cooking
us, like,
us.
especially the both of us. Though she not so much. I'm still not going to thank you, but the pressure
Wow.
is too
It's
much.
me and you this segment. Just
So now, how do we like? Now we're talking about emotional intelligence and communication in marriage. So how do we like factor that into like our relationship now in our everyday life
with
regarding
me,
us?
the way you just turned your head at
You're the
me.
one talking
Well
now.
done. Well, to me, Sha, number one, the most important thing in any type of relationship is communication. I always scream that. Like, people have to understand what they're getting into when they get into that. That has to be like communicated immediately. It's like, hey, this is when I plan to get married. This is my goal. If it doesn't match up with you or you have your own specific goals, let's try and come to a compromise or just lock it off. Let's just cut it off now. I believe in that rather than wasting people's time, you know. Because people might be witches down the line, and it's like things might just go completely astray. But I feel like it's important that people are just honest, and that's why a lot of relationships, be it either just like, you know, boyfriend and girlfriend marriages or whatever, break down more and it ends in chaos because people aren't honest with what they want.
Okay, so regarding, I've not gotten before. I'm not gotten my next one. What is this? I'm not gotten this one is smart first.
I want to just instigate. To answer no.
Okay.
So I think I'll continue from where you stopped. You said people have not. Can you complete? People have not gotten to. What was your last statement?
Hey God, myself, I even forget.
This person is talking about communication. You can't remember.
Wow.
So you know I was talking about communication. See now, but like I said, it's like people are honest with themselves. That's what I said. So
So you think? I think it's like our generation that, because it's like, why would I date you for years, months, and it's now after announcing the madness or whatever that comes with it? That means you are not.
no,
it
but
wasn't
sometimes
really
madness takes time to brew. It's like tea. I'm telling you. Like
Then something is instigating the madness. You can't just.
situations
So
will
is it your
bend the
character?
crayfish.
So, but that is something the person
No,
tries to.
no.
But that's something the person tries to like.
Sort of bottle up.
That not even like push out.
Thank you, by the way.
Push
People,
out of their life, but then you want the person to bring it back up, so you know what.
and some people actually have like PTSD of relationships where somebody could be extremely trusting, be the greatest partner ever, whatever, but just because they've been in a position similar to that and they've been heartbroken or cheated on, whatever, now they just have trust issues in general. Make I not lie you, I have trust issues because yes, that year, but
You don't have it now.
I still do. I'm not going to sit here and lie to
But I
you.
feel like what
100%.
breaks. Sorry to cut, but I feel like what breaks a marriage or relationship, it must have been seen from the beginning. We just overlook it.
Okay, so
Yes.
Yeah,
You know-
anything that
no,
happens
no.
is not.
so how about from this?
I
point?
agree and I disagree.
Okay.
Because yes, there are certain things that you just overlook. It's like, man, you know
Love,
what? I actually
love,
like.
love.
It's like, you know what? I actually like
They
this
shock
babe.
that
Always the
Like
butterflies.
maybe she will heal or maybe this thing will change about her. But yeah, there are certain things that could literally just pop up. Like I said, living
Like-
with someone is different from, you know, occasionally coming them visiting or whatever.
So if-
when you start living with someone, I'm telling you, living with someone changes the dynamic of any relationship.
So based on the value system, if you are living with someone, my tolerance level is supposed to increase. So I'm going to enter the marriage with more tolerance because I'm now living with the person.
It doesn't
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
increase, Oshay, you know, it's as it goes on, you know.
Yeah,
that
I'm
yes, you
saying
have to
so
take
it has to
Yeah, it
has
builds
to same with relationship.
So
The
in the
the
aspect-
sacrifices I can make for my 1 month boyfriend is not the same I'll make for my 2
But
years
what
boyfriend.
if they do
Yeah,
things you
that's
don't like?
true.
Like, let's take for example, me for example, I'm the type of person that sleeps with music playing. Like, I literally
You
have
have
a
issues
speaker.
though.
Oh.
But that's what
So-
but let's say
But let's just say now,
you
for
have
example,
someone
that
like
I'm
that.
someone like, oh, I love listening to like loud music. That's how I actually
Loud.
sleep. I can't even really sleep without music playing.
Wow.
There's something
But
to
then
do.
now I'm with someone that
Like
needs complete
Silence.
silence when they sleep.
so that's
You
why
have
you
to
guys
start
will have to
thinking
strike the balance. So
about
this time
things
around,
like
you can
that.
use YouTube music that makes people sleep, but it's not too loud. Like it's not like
Or you
But it's
techno
not
kind of.
my music though.
Okay,
You two, you
so,
compromise. She's already compromising on the known
So in the
music.
aspects like where you fall out of love with somebody in a relationship, or when like you just newly married or something like that, because you're getting to see this new thing about this person.
Yeah.
you've not
Like the
seen
mask
before.
has
Yeah.
been-
So how do you like communicate with that, or how do you use like emotional intelligence to go into that?
The same way we've been communicating based on our issues when we're dating, the same way there's nothing that changes when you enter. It's the same communication
Even after you're
method.
falling out of love with the person.
What made me fall out of love with the person?
Have you been in I don't know about spoken. Have you been so I've heard. Have you been in a relationship long enough that you actually
I think something happens. They probably are not just comfortable enough to share. Something happens. She was like this before and she's not like this again.
Can I say something? I don't believe in the concept of falling out of love with someone.
Something
So you
happens.
can
Something
love somebody forever.
I believe that. I feel like love is this one constant. Like you might tell someone you love them or whatever, but again, love is the most overused word in the world to me. Like people just say, "Oh, I love." Like that's all of us here. Even if you don't want to tell the camera, how many people have you told I love you to that either blocked or you don't talk to them anymore? Silence. I love that. But my point is,
you can't.
My
That's
point-
calculate now.
my point
Exactly.
is, you say you don't remember, liars.
Nah.
But my point is, it's like people overuse that word. Love, by definition, is this one constant thing that despite almost the most difficult of circumstances, you can't end. Is this unbreakable force. So yes, you might use the word love, but you might never love that person in the first place. You just think you are. You might just have an affinity for that person.
Of course.
Love is a constant, is permanent. So at least unless it's certain situations that this person is beating you or whatever. But the whole point is, it's like love, like you just don't say, oh, you fall out of love. I don't believe you can fall out of love with someone. I don't
You
think
think
so.
so?
I don't think so.
I want to actually buttress what he said. I don't believe you can actually fall out of love, like he said, because of course there will be the road will always be stormy, like it will always be bumpy. There would always be this storm where everywhere is so dark, but there's always a silver lining. There is something that you can still hold on to, and when there is communication,
The reason why you're with that person, which is where love might not actually come in, because there's a reason why
that love is not the only thing that is needed in a
Love is
relationship.
not enough.
So
Love is not enough.
that's why I said in case. So
Wait, no,
Now,
you whispered
I
it.
want to play the devil's advocate. Love is enough.
You think love is enough?
What
Why?
is love?
No,
What
no,
is
no,
needed?
no,
Okay,
no,
what
no,
is
no.
needed?
love is
No,
blind.
you're saying love is enough.
Love is enough because
Expand on
love contains
Because I think that
sacrifice.
is yarn.
No, it
bro.
contains sacrifice, it contains respect, it contains all whatever value you think. Cheating, not everything is encompassed under one umbrella.
Do you think you can
Love.
cheat on someone you love?
I think you. I don't know. I've not been.
I think you. Why
I
did
don't
you
know.
stop? Why?
I think you can. I would. I mean, it's your story to tell, so I would
Can you
understand.
move back? I want to see it on his face.
It's your story to tell. So I would understand. But I feel like love is very encompassing, and people don't. We just like the idea, but we don't really know the meaning, and that's why we keep saying love is love. Love is encompassing.
So-
It's such a
But
broad
I'm going
feeling.
to
But you've never been in love.
argue with this. I'm still going to
Maybe when I'm
I've never
married,
been
so I'll
in love
compare the
because that
feelings.
person-
no.
Oh
What
my
I'm trying to
God.
say is that if, for example, someone sort of always, like the person you're in a relationship with is always giving you issues,
What
there is
type
a
of
case,
issues?
love.
What type of issues?
For example, I would like, let's say this person, you are not comfortable with the particular thing he does. You are not comfortable at all, and you have probably spoken with him. You've spoken to him, and he has already said, okay, he's going to work on it, and he doesn't work on it. What I'm trying to say in this sense is that if there is no trust, if there is no commitment on that person's side, if there is no understanding, yes, love is not enough, because
Those
where
things
there
you
can be,
mentioned are under love.
it is
Trust.
not under love.
How so? What is love?
It's not under love.
So what is love?
Love
Lo-
doesn't too much. True.
Because what I'm like, when you love a person, you
So
you
I
might
feel
say
like-
that, okay, you want to overlook all those misunderstand, all those things, but over time the
So-
love begins to wear
Yeah.
out.
I get.
So wait, what did I say earlier, please?
But wait, I feel like people
No,
are
the
different.
The love
wait.
begins
I
to
need you.
wear
Wait,
out.
no,
I
chill.
don't
Please
Nah.
say what I said earlier.
Oh.
Say what I
I
said
don't
earlier.
think so.
Which is
Do you
now
remember
you're
what I
counting
said?
yourself.
I'm not counting
Because you said
myself.
you can't fall out of love, and you're saying
You
love
said
will
love
wear
will wear
out.
out.
That is
How?
really
Is it
what you're
close?
saying. Because
No.
see. Love will take you.
You
I'm
see,
not talking like
I'm
an
saying.
experience, but love will take you.
It's a lie. You're just
Wait, no,
Don't let you
wait,
cover
wait,
yourself.
Wait. So, love would can only take you so far. The rest is like this.
So I think that's where emotional intelligence comes in, because
Thank you.
we are all different. You know your non-negotiables. What I will take is not
Factual.
what you take. So if for me cheating is a non-negotiable, it might not be for you. So it doesn't
Yeah.
mean because I take it.
See, if it
you have
was
to
love,
take it.
if it
So-
was love, all our parents should have gone their separate ways. Since.
Thank you.
yes.
So you have to understand.
More.
Of course now.
You have shaken, no.
Facts, no,
Because
it's
actually,
facts.
I get
Yeah.
what he's trying to say, because like when your mom can just come to you and come and start ranting, but
looking at how they got married though, it's different.
You're too far.
They never really had like the courtship, it was more like I came to your father's house, I plucked orange or what apple,
I saw this,
whatever.
something.
I wanted to take the flower from your garden.
And then the girl now come out.
So there, I don't think there was anything like, sorry to say, emotional. I don't know.
No, facts. No.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Okay,
because
so
now,
I don't think
the
there's anything like
scariest thing for men, I've said this for years, the scariest thing for me is being married to someone and we're not even sleeping in the same room anymore. I've seen so many cases of that, be it family, friends, or whatever, and I just think like it's the craziest thing. Because like I said, obviously I understand it's a privilege, but my parents, even as much as they take their love towards targeting me, it's like they love each other, die, I know it. But some people, like some relationships, some marriages, they're just roommates now essentially, and they're just staying together because obviously you know how Nigerians are with the embarrassment and what will people say, and the religion.
But then you still believe them.
Wait. But wait, the sacrifice that
You
it
think they
takes.
believe? They don't.
The sacrifice that it takes for the older generation to stay together is something we don't have.
Of course.
Yeah,
100%.
because so can't it still be categorized on that? Because I feel like there are some
Catholic,
people, there are some older generation, when I look at their marriage, and you keep saying this man is a devil, is this, but you're still there, such nerve. That's what else is love?
We are more exposed.
Okay,
I don't think that's
now
love.
that we have
I feel like let me say love is encompassing. There's no fixed definition to it.
love will only take you so far.
Okay,
The rest
I
comes
actually
with
can
hard
agree
work
with
and
that.
commitment.
Yeah, there's
So-
no fixed definition
So
to it.
how do
We're
we
all
improve
different.
it? How do we improve? Like,
Improve it how you want your relationship to be. It's not my cup of tea.
no, it's not me. I'm
Oh,
asking
Jesus.
you. How do we improve it?
Who hurt you? Who hurt
So
you?
you
No.
see,
I break hearts, they don't break me.
Whoa.
Wisdom.
wisdom. You say that wisdom.
Don't say that, please.
How many
Don't
have
say
I
that.
broken?
Eh?
She
I don't know, they'll be the ones to tell me. So maybe if I hear
But
myself,
how
I'll
did
be
that
like,
come-
You know that I say, like,
How
people
does
that have
that
come
train
to
of
you,
bodies?
She can't remember.
people that have come to,
how will I break your heart and you come to me? You can't.
no. Let's say I asked you out,
Jesus.
and
Eh.
then maybe
Just
No,
like the
if
train of
we didn't
bodies.
date, I don't know if we didn't have any mommy moe, what heart am I
you
breaking?
say na
Like,
mommy
what?
moe.
Hey!
Well, no, well, okay, so I said it, I'm saying again, how do you improve that communication and the emotional and intelligence when you're going to
It starts from you.
you.
So you give what, like, if for you trust is something, then you should be very open to the person too, so that you get it back. So you give what you can take. Don't be asking for something, and when I'm demanding for
Yeah,
another
you
thing,
can't
and not
do
saying,
that. You can't give
no,
that same
in my
energy.
father's land we don't do things like this. No, cut it.
Okay, so you're saying that people with tradition should learn to boycott that.
If you're a traditional person, you should be with somebody that is also traditional, so that it's balanced.
Yeah,
People
facts.
meet
Yeah.
at the
but then the saying is love transcends all of how did they say it? Okay, so well, no while we'll come back to that.
Love does transcend all,
Stay with us.
but we will be actually right back. Madu. Welcome back to the Rant Room on TVC. Remember to join the conversation with the hashtag the Rant Room on TVC. Now, obviously, our generation has been tagged the digital era or whatever. So, in line with ease of access to everything from transportation, communicating with people, and the whole like how do you think that has changed the dynamic of relationships compared to the older generations as compared to now? How do you think that has actually affected everything now?
Do we need
Why
time
is
to
this
think
like-
about it? I don't understand.
No, you guys, let's be honest. Even though this is my segment, I will start. Like, again, going back to the buffet analogy, where it's like before we went from 2-3 things, ease of access, like to just, a limited menu, let's call it that, to a bunch of everything, like all you can eat essentially. Not to call women food, I beg, don't cancel me. But my point is, it's like with the ease of how easy it is to communicate, reach out to people and everything else, like finding genuine relationships now might be harder, because the truth about it is that, again, I can be talking to like 3-4 different people at the same time, and if you're my partner, for example, you would never know if I was doing it like smartly or whatever. So there's that, and then there's obviously, again, you can meet someone today and meet them, say, on the island or whatever today. That's how quick everything has become, because we're in this era where it's like everybody let's be honest, we want companionship as much as any other generation ever. But for us, it's so easy. You can leave the house, plan it, book your, I won't say any transportation because they're not sponsoring us. But in general, we can leave the house so easily. So that's how I feel like it's affected us, because now we're in this era where everything is somewhat easy. The difficult part is building the connection.
Okay, so how should I? It's sort of like, should I say dicey and everything, but it's honestly it's not actually going to be that easy, because you don't know what the person who you're chatting with is. You don't know what it is the other person is doing like somewhere else, because you're not seeing this person when you're trying to like build a relationship with the person. You don't know what her lifestyle is like until you actually like meet and like. So until like you actually meet the person, and from there until you meet the person to know, okay, this is how she's like, can I vibe with this person, to know if she can create sustained conversation with you actually. That even starts
because
from
that is
chat,
something.
That starts from chat.
Some
Even
people don't know how to
apps like
sustain.
Tinder, for example, bro. Like Tinder has actually fucked up the dating pool essentially, because now it's as simple as swipe, 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 swipe. You could plan like 4 dates in 1 week. Like everything is so transactional. It's almost like shopping on like again, one of those shopping sites. I'm not giving anyone a free plug on TVC. But my point is like it's become that easy that everybody, like, the dating pool has even become like itemized. It's like shopping. It's like online shopping essentially.
Yeah, just what's that word? I'm trying to look for this.
And
word.
Instagram is literally like the photos of the product you're buying. Like, it's like Instagram is basically like like, you know, looking at the item before you purchase it. Essentially, that's what all these things have become. That wasn't the case back in the day. Back in the day, you actually had to meet people, see what they look like, build connections. Most of the times, you'd have a chance to actually communicate with. Have to be in person.
Yeah.
Like if we're talking in the Stone Ages, you know, Mazino's time. Like again, everything was just so hard. Like, let's think about. They didn't have the internet, bro. It's the simplest thing. They didn't have the internet.
What?
Sure, but all you just probably had to do was like maybe walk. Yeah, to go and meet her or something like that. If they didn't have internet. Then.
Let's say I lived in Ojota,
and then you
and somebody.
like
No, let's say me in Ojota met
Ojota.
somebody in school that lives in Osapa, London, for example.
Yeah, you can't compare now to them. People
That's
walk,
my
like they
People
know
literally
trek.
walked then.
They
It's not that we
trek
see
it.
that it's actually very far then, because I knew that there was little or no means of transportation.
So we're actually supposed to be thanking technology for making things
Thanks,
faster.
Theo.
So it's like I don't have to meet you to see your devil. From the chat, we'll know if you are worth meeting or not.
But some
Like,
people, let me
like there are some
bust
people-
your brain.
Okay.
In high school, because apparently I'm great with words, I actually used to, like, let's say a friend, for example, liked the girl, and he was shit at texting. I used to text the girl for him and get to the point. Shut up. And actually, no,
That is why he's a manager.
Oh wow.
So what were you
Anyways,
saying?
bro, I got so good at it. I am not lying. I actually started getting paid to do it in school.
But wait, the
He
disparity
said
will
Pep
be there.
Guardiola. I'm not even joking. People actually paid me.
But the disparity will be there, because when you now meet that person,
Yeah, the enemy
What?
is
Do not be
going
like,
to be
I'm
quite
sorry,
different.
why is it not
Yeah.
talking?
Oh yes,
Except you're giving him less
yes,
also.
yes. Before
Or like he has a
like if
phone,
I'm texting somebody, let's say I'm texting a girl for him. If I long story, like another story. Thank God, setting somebody is in here. I actually started dating someone I was texting someone for, because I actually liked the conversation. But anyways,
You
yeah.
said the person for yourself.
But it was an accident. But my point is,
How do you call that? That is not an
it's
accident.
an
It was intentional.
accident. My point is, now take a situation where like I'm texting someone for another person, and then, you know, they have to get it. Obviously, I have to prep you on what I was texting. It's like, okay, this is her favorite color. This is what she likes. These are her interests. That's what I'm saying. It's not about texting. People will find a
anybody,
way.
man or woman that goes through that route deserves whatever comes after. you are very lazy.
Fact.
You are very,
You're
very
not even
lazy.
saying
Like,
lazy,
why
oh,
would
you're
you?
not even
Ah,
ready. As in, because it should come
Oh, I
freely.
collected my money.
But then-
Out of
then
the
on-
abundance of the heart, the mouth
On the other
speaks.
guy's
Like,
part, so
I collected my money,
On
yo.
the other guy's part, it's not actually easy for him. Though he might not have, like, should I say that?
it doesn't have that
It's something
choice
he might,
of words.
it's something like he might have to like build with time or something like that.
And when you build it finish, you go and meet the person.
So how long?
But everybody
Yeah,
wants
how
to be
long-
loved,
But you know,
though.
you know
Everybody
how
wants to be
there are some
loved.
certain people you like, but you know that you're not on their level yet. So you
Mm.
just
Define
now.
level.
You go mellow.
Yes,
Okay,
there are
okay.
certain people like when people are saying, "Oh, my crush is Kim Kardashian." Are you Kim Kardashian's crush? Like, come on, like there are certain people you like and you don't, proceed. So if you see a babe or a guy that is out of your league, you already know. So if you're trying to seek
Either
your,
work towards it or let go.
give up.
Fair enough,
Move on
but
to greater
in
things.
this, situation that we found ourselves in being the digital era, like how can we actually form healthy, sustainable relationships amidst it?
Communication. I'll use your line.
Yes, you're right. Communication is true, yes, but somebody can be communicating with someone else. People can have lamba for very
That's
different
one-sided communication because now there's already deceit. Like communication, open communication, honest conversations.
People. True.
And
Complain.
that's where if you're one thing I always like to consider is how free am I able to communicate with this person, because there are some people that they don't know how to
But some
talk
people are stuck
with
up
you.
though. Like,
Facts. So
There's some who don't know how to chat with you. You would have already
so what if the
seen
person
it.
is a call person and not a text person?
If
These are
you
some people
tell-
that when you see
like,
face to face, they
If
I'm
if
sure.
I get
I
into
don't like
a
calls.
talking stage with someone, most of the time they'll be like, I like to, and I'll be like, hi, I'm
talking
not
stage
really-
are actually always boring because everybody is trying to, guard
Weigh
in.
the
I
chances
don't
and all of
So
that.
which quick question, which do you prefer, calls or text?
I prefer calls.
It depends on who.
Ha.
Wow.
It depends on
Now,
who
wow.
too.
Hey, wow.
You call.
Me, I prefer text actually.
Yeah.
So you go the true lie.
Mm.
Whoa,
Well, before we get into the situation where we're exposing ourselves as always,
No wala.
thank you so much for joining the conversation. I feel like I've actually learned a lot about each other today,
Are you sure?
Nah.
Let's try to get into trouble. But you know what? Thank you for joining us always. I've been Ohis.
Peace.
For me.
That's everyone else.
Bye.
On it,